Hello, welcome you guys. Hi. How are you guys? I hope everybody watching is doing well. Today's pick a card, you guys. It's going to be a pick a card on have you already met your future husband, your future wife, your future spouse. I'm excited for you guys to get into it. Basically, I'm going to be reading you guys the energy of what is going to be going on in your life around the time that you are meeting your future husband, your future wife, your future spouse. And that will obviously be able to tell you guys, like, have you met them or have you not? If you have experienced that energy, it's most likely you have met them. If you have not experienced that energy yet, it's most likely that they are still to come. So before I show you the piles, as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Tarot is an intuitive practice. It is a divination tool. So live your life the way you want to live your life, babe. Okay, so that's that. Without further ado, here's a clip of the piles right now.
All right, you guys, these are the 4 piles. We have group number 1 with the fish, group 2 with the Sphinx, group 3 with the house, and group number 4 with the chain. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to that right now. And if you'll want to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so.
You guys have now picked your pile. Please go ahead and check out my description box where I've left you guys timestamps for when your reading will start. And with that, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into today's pick a card. Hello, you guys. Welcome back. This is not the beginning of the video. I'm sorry. I'm filming this before I filmed the intro, so that's why I said welcome back. Anyways, hi, group 1. I'm gonna roll the dice. Scorpio and Aquarius. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Aquarius. Aquarius and Virgo. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Virgo. Sagittarius. Just Sagittarius. I want to get one more because it was like... Anyways. Gemini and Leo. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Leo. Leo, you're also in the cards. First card that came up for you guys is the Hanged Man. This is stuck. Okay, so the way I'm gonna lay this reading out, you guys, it's either this is confirmation for you that you have met your spouse. So I'm gonna explain to you the energy, and if you feel like you've already gone through that energy, that's confirmation that you have met your spouse. If you have yet to experience this energy, I would say this is the energy that you will be experiencing when you meet your spouse or around the time that you meet your spouse. Hanged Man is stuck. I'm not moving. I am tied to this tree. As you can see, my little leg is tied to the tree. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. I'm seeing this, you guys, as being at a place in your life where you feel stuck, you feel stagnant, you're not going anywhere. You're literally bored. Okay, this is boring energy. This is energy of stagnation, limbo. We are not progressing. Okay. This happens in life, okay? This is very normal. This is not abnormal whatsoever. Everybody, and you're lying to me, or you're just living an extravagant life, if you say you've never reached a point in life where you felt bored, or you felt like things were not progressing forward, even if you live an extraordinary life, at some point, the extraordinariness is going to get boring, okay? So, I'm seeing this just very much as like, we're going through the repetition. The day-to-day, okay? It's boring. It's stagnant. There's no progression. Which is fine. We have the 4 of Cups. I always see this card, you guys, as like, and I'm going to use me as an example, obviously. I always see this card, specifically when it comes up in love readings, as like men who I am just very obviously not interested in continuing to try to be like, I want your attention, and it's like, okay, look, baby Lou, I do not owe you my energy. I do not owe you my affect. Like, why do you think that is owed to you because you're being nice? Like, that's so weird. I have never been nice to someone and been like, oh my God, you owe me a romantic affection. Like, that is odd, okay? Like, go seek therapy because that's very strange. I see this card as that, okay? I see this card as the energy of, like, having offers being presented to you, and you're just like, honestly with you, I don't really want it. I'm not really feeling it. It's not the most vibe. It's not the vibiest of vibes for me, right? Now, it could be that you are receiving opportunities around the time that you meet your future spouse that you are going to take, but you're pondering on it. You're very kerfuffled on whether or not you should take the offer. Or it's like I said, it's like you're getting offers that are just rubbish and you're like, honestly, I'm not with it. All right, it's time for you to move on. Which we do have the 8 of Cups here. And the 8 of Cups group 1 talks about literally like goodbye, toodaloo, okay? I'm not dealing with this, I'm walking away. So for some of you, you're receiving offers that you're extremely unimpressed by, or you're extremely like, yawn, this is not, again, it's not the vibiest of vibes. I'm ready to walk away. I don't want to deal with this. So it's either you're walking away from offers that are unfulfilling, or You guys are being presented with an offer that is going to require you to walk away from the current climate of, or the current conditions that your life is under. For example, receiving some type of job offer that requires you to move, or receiving some type of acceptance into a particular educational facility that requires you to move, or something to this effect. Okay, you guys, an offer that may require you to move. This could also, though, you guys, be signifying a long distance relationship. If we want to look at this on an even broader spectrum, having an energy of like, I'm receiving an offer of love, and maybe that's why we're hesitant to take it, because we realize that it's long distance. I do see you picking up and making a change or leaving something behind, though, around the time that you are meeting your future spouse. I'm sorry I'm being so long-winded, you guys. I have to like try to stretch the message as much as I can and make it like say everything that is coming up with the cards, because obviously this is a group reading. We have the Strength card. Now, this is talking about having emotional strength, or having a requirement for emotional strength around the time that you are meeting your future spouse, your future husband, your future wife. So being challenged, right? Being challenged, especially if there is moving that is happening. Moving is mega stressful. I personally I'm moving. So you guys may be actually like literally physically moving, which is why there is like this requirement of strength or courage even, right? Because like obviously to step out of your comfort zone, or to cut yourself down even from this tree, to get out of the routine, this takes so much bravery, you guys. It's not easy to do things that make us uncomfortable. It's not easy to walk away from a stability, because literally the Hanged Man, you guys, like although it's boring and it's stagnant, it's safe. Like we are here, we are literally tied to this tree. Like there is safety connected to this card because nothing's happening, and it takes a lot of courage in order to cut yourself down from this tree. So I do see this as you guys perhaps invoking an energy of courageous or brave, a brave spirit in order to leave whatever it is that you're leaving behind. And then we have the Fool. And I love this card, and I think that some people like completely and totally misunderstand this card, and I don't know why, but the Fool talks about going on an adventure, you guys. This talks about a new beginning, a new start. This is like new revelations, and being so ready for like everything new, being so ready to just like strip yourself of everything that you have accumulated over your life, and being ready to just be like, okay, I'm starting over. Like hands in the air, like I don't care, like let's go. It's the polar opposite of the Hanged Man. It's the polar freaking opposite, you guys. Like literally the polar. So I really am just seeing this, you guys, as you going through this mega transformation in your life, or going through a period in your life where you are cutting yourself down from this gosh dang tree, and you're saying, you know what, Betty Lou, let's go. Okay, let's go have this adventure. Let's go have some fun. Let's go see what is on the other side of that mountain. Okay. It's giving me very much like we're going on a quest energy. We have Pisces here. This is intimacy, intuition, and compassion. When you meet your future husband, your future wife, I believe that we all have like this intuitive knowing of when we meet somebody who's going to be very significant. I think all of us have this. I don't know. I can't explain why, unless you have a really like whacked out intuition, and like that could happen for multiple reasons. And I'm not trying to pretend like I'm a spiritual guru, you guys. I am not, okay? I'm not, especially like with energy healing. I feel like when it comes to having your intuition being out of whack or out of alignment, I feel like that requires like a shaman or some type of spiritual advisor, or even just like some real deep self-introspection, which again, I'm not here to tell you how or when you should do that. But the point is, I do feel like your intuition or your gut will almost be telling you when you meet this person, like, this is the person, this is your husband, this is your wife. And you're going to be like, what the freak is happening right now? Like, why is my intuition being such a naggy little freaking brat? Like, what is happening? Also, I feel like there may be dreams that you are having of this person, or your dreams maybe just be very vivid in general around the time that you meet this person. Pisces is very much connected to spirituality, so this could be a sign that like you will be very spiritually connected around the time that you meet this person. Maybe you two share similar spiritual beliefs. compassion. Also, here's the thing. I know Pisces is like the fish, but like it always reminds me of yin and yang energy. Like very balanced, very harmonious energy. We have the 5th house of passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. Yeah, you guys, the 5th house is dating as well, okay? So obviously you guys will be dating a lot in your life when you meet your future husband or wife or your person that you're gonna marry. I'm just very much seeing this, you guys. It's like literally screw this tree. Forget this gosh dang tree. That's the energy, you guys. Forget this tree. Who needed this tree? Not me. Okay, I am moving on. We are having fun. This card, not just this card, but the 5th house in general always reminds me of places that are like big cities where there's a lot to do or a lot of fun, like energy going on. So that may also be connected to like how you're meeting them or when you're meeting them. Perhaps you guys are moving to a larger city or to a city that there's like more things to do. There's more options. There's more of like a nightlife or a playful energy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like locations that have playful energy. Perhaps you guys are getting re-inspired in regards to your passions, or perhaps you guys are following a passion or going after a passion that you have when you meet your future spouse. We've got Venus. This is the beloved. Venus is the planet of beauty. It's the planet of love and luxury. I love Venus. Personally, this is Taurus and Libra energy. So hello to the Tauruses and the Libras watching. I very much see this, you guys, as an energy of being in love with life. Like being love itself. The way I would describe that is somebody who is more optimistic and not in a toxic way, you guys. Like I've said this so many times on my channel, and I know that like I say it in different groups, so perhaps not all of you have heard this, but like I don't believe in toxic positivity. I'm not a love and light girly. I believe in the gray. I believe in balance. I believe in duality. Like life is not good or bad. Like it's everything, right? It's both. So when I say this, when I say like live in love or be love, I'm saying like having a more optimistic or positive view, not only on yourself and your life, but in the future, right? Being this loving energy is attracting this person to you. I personally don't think that many people want to get married or settle down with somebody who is like a pessimist or somebody who can't have fun or be happy or somebody who's not invoking the energy of love. Why would you ever want to marry somebody who's not invoking the energy of love? So I'm seeing this as you guys very much being open to receive and give love, like very ready to do this when you meet this person, okay? Perhaps that's even a sign that you guys will be coming into more abundance when you meet this person, or you'll be making changes, or you'll be getting more comfortable with your physical appearance, because a lot of, I think, beauty is or attractiveness is tied to your confidence. So perhaps you guys are doing something to help boost your confidence, whether that's like reading a book on confidence, watching videos on confidence, doing something physically to change your appearance so that you feel more confident. Okay. We have Uranus, and this is change, you guys. So yeah, I mean, okay, this is, okay, you guys, like literally this is that. Uranus is connected, you guys, to change, and change is connected to chaos. And if you want to argue with that, then argue with that. Like, it is what it is. When things change, we are no longer in an energy of comfort, right? You cannot be comfortable and also like change at the same time. And I'm not saying it needs to be an obtuse amount of freaking uncomfortability, right? Because even like moving from an apartment to apartment, like there is a little energy shift of like, oh, I'm in a new space. Even if it's a good thing, you guys, it's like I'm a little uncomfortable for a few days or for a week or whatever. Like it's a new space, it's a new energy. I need to get used to it. So change always invokes chaos, which is why Uranus is connected to chaos. It's connected to the energy, and it's not bad. Like this isn't, I don't know, people always want to be like, oh, that's just a bad thing. It's not bad. It's fine, okay? This is good that change is happening, especially if you guys are sitting on this tree and we're bored, okay? Hello, Aquarius, as well. We have exploration. Okay, group freaking one. This is that card. Look, they're literally doing the same gosh dang thing. They got the mountains. You guys can't see the river in the Fool's picture, but like the river, everything that's happening here is the Fool. So 100% broadening your horizons, you guys. Whether this is literally like you guys choosing to move or choosing to explore more, or choosing to travel, there is a need for expansion in your life, or there will be expansion happening in your life when you meet this person. When you come in contact with this person, you will be in a place, in a position where you are ready to explore, where you are ready to expand. And this is how you are going to know that you are meeting, like, this is your person. You are going to be very much like, oh, wow, like my life has been so full lately. I've been exploring, I've been changing, things have been evolving. And then you're going to meet this person, which honestly makes sense. I feel like some people expect to get married or expect to fall in love, and they don't want to go on dating apps. They don't want to go outside. They don't want to go like to any place where you can socialize with people. And it's like, girly pop, what do you want? How do you... Okay, like, I understand we are powerful manifestors, but you gotta go outside. So, exploration, guys, okay? We are exploring, we are expanding. Things are changing and evolving in our life when we meet our husband, when we meet our wife. Possibility. Okay, raise your standards. Elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential, babes. Some of you, your standards are, the bar is in the ground, okay? It's in hell. You gotta raise a little tiny bit. This is asking you or telling you, and this is so obvious because, like, why would you ever marry somebody who's not going to treat you well? That would be beyond me. Why people do that, I genuinely don't know. With this, I mean, I do know, but like, we don't need to get into that. With this, you guys, this is really saying, perhaps that is what we are tied to. Perhaps right now, or before you meet your future spouse, you will be tied to an energy of like, I don't deserve A, B, and C, or I am not worthy of love, or I'm not worthy of love that's like this or that's like that. And perhaps like the possibility or the perception of your future spouse is not even like something you're able to conceptualize even. Like, it feels like mind-boggling for some of you that this person even exists. So there may be a need for you to raise your standards. There may be a need for you to feel more confident in yourself and in your abilities and what it is that you deserve. Because this person literally may be somebody that you just can't even fathom wanting to be with you or fathom having a relationship with. We have flow. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. Everything goes back to the Fool. Release your expectations. The Fool doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know what's going to happen. He doesn't have a plan. But he trusts the universe. And he knows that it's time for him to let go of that tree. He knows that it's time for him to move on. And that's what he does know. And he's going to follow that. And everything else is going to fall into place. And that's literally what this card is saying. To surrender to the outcome. To open up to the possibilities. Literally open up to the possibilities. Some of you are stuck. Some of you are stuck in this idea of, I'm never going to get married, or I'm never going to find my person, or I'm never going to this, and I'm never going to... Your mind creates your reality, you guys, whether you believe that or not. I see it. I see it. That's why I can say that so confidently, because I see it. I see people who talk down to themselves and who belittle themselves and who say, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I see how their life is. And you know what? They are creating exactly what it is that they are saying. And then there's me, and I'd be delusional as hell, you guys, okay? I'd be like, I'm amazing, I'm wonderful, okay? You guys, what you think turns into what you say, and what you say turns into what you do, and what you do is the life you live. So, you need to surrender a little bit, especially those of you who are stuck in this mindset of, I am not capable of finding a husband, a wife, true love, etc. Yes, you are, okay? I'm sorry. I don't know why that came out. That felt like somebody really needed to hear that. And for those of you who didn't need to hear that, I'm sorry. But somebody here definitely needed a little aggression. So I apologize to everyone else who did not. Yeah, you guys, okay, intuition. We're going to talk about it again. Did I just get cut? No. It was a sticker. We have fish, you guys. This is connected back to that Pisces. Intuition is playing a big role as well, you guys. So confidence in yourself, confidence in what it is that you deserve is going to play a role in you strengthening your intuition and strengthening your inner knowing when it comes to like I know I deserve this, or I know that I deserve that. I'm confident in myself. I'm confident in what it is I have to offer. The fish is representing this energy of like, yeah, of course, baby. Of course you deserve this. Of course you deserve that. Strengthening your confidence will strengthen your intuition, is what I'm trying to say. And then we have the staff, and it says direction. Okay, so to me, I'm seeing this as a change in directions. I'm seeing this perhaps as even like taking a stand and saying like no, putting our foot down and being like, absolutely not. I am the driver of, or the captain of this ship, and I gotta go. I gotta get going. Okay. I need to go down a path that feels more in alignment with myself. So the overall message, you guys, when are you meeting your future husband, your future wife, or have you already met them? For those of you where you have gone through this drastic transformation of being stuck and stagnant and having no momentum, to finally deciding to release whatever has been holding you back and going on this adventure and surrendering to the outcome, I believe yes. Those of you who've gone through that, yes, it's very possible you have met your future spouse. For those of you who have not gone through that, we got some stuff we got to work through, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead. There is a crystal in here, so I'm going to just pull this out. We have bold. Here says bold. Whatever. You guys, whatever. Ooh. I'm looking one day, it's gonna be the return, and I'm gonna be like, I told you guys. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know. For those of you who don't, it's fine. Whew. Okay. Ears that stand out. So perhaps this person, their ears stand out, or perhaps your ears stand out. We have exotic, which is what? Exploration, you guys. We have 2 years. So for some of you, you may be meeting your future spouse in 2 years' time. If you have not already met them, who is coming next? Question mark. A letter from your love. Intelligent. Bold, which we already talked about. I want to get a few more. Big in build. Unusual work. Travel near. So I would see that as like domestic travel, you guys, okay? Anything that's within the country or within the continent, at least, that you are on. Because I don't know, like sometimes, like Europe, your guys' countries are very close together. So yeah, and you guys have a bunch of them. So I feel like it's easier for you guys to travel is that even considered domestic at that point? I don't know. It's easier for you guys to go to different countries. If you are in the States or just in North America, it's more difficult. Or even if you're in South America, I feel like it's more difficult to be like going around the world because we are so... Anyways, whatever. It does not matter. Point is, you guys, that is what I have for you guys. Let me know down below if this resonated, or if you think you have met this person, or if you feel like you have gone through this process. If you're going through this process, let me know. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you really soon. All right. Bye. Hi, group 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's start with the dice. If you're new here, you guys, the dice is just extra confirmation. It's dessert. So if your sign doesn't pop up, that's completely and totally okay. I promise it's okay. We have Libra and we have Scorpio. Hello, Libra. Hello, Scorpio. Virgo and Cancer. Hello, Virgo. Hello, Cancer. Capricorn and Sagittarius. Hello, Capricorn. Hello, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys. Your sign, potentially this other person's sign. Sure. First card we have is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, group 2, talks about fate, okay, because it's karmic. The Wheel of Fortune is good luck, it's bad luck, but it's karmic, right? Karmic cycles coming and going. So this is a very neutral card for me. I never feel very strongly one way or another about this card necessarily. It always feels very just like neutral. So the meeting of you and your husband, or you and your wife, or you and your person is karmic or fated, if you want to use that word instead. Honestly, I think those words can be interchangeable, karmic and fated, but people tend to associate karmic with like negativity. So yeah, I don't know. But what I do know is you're going to be meeting this person when you got the coin, okay? When your bag is going jiggle, jiggle. When your bank account is like ching, ching, ching. Yes. The Nine of Pentacles. This is luxury and abundance, you guys. This is money. This is financial stability. I don't want to hype everybody up and be like, oh my God, you're going to be rich. I see this as being able to buy what you want or buy what you need and then have a little money left over for what you want. I want to keep this as grounded as I possibly can because it's a group reading, so I don't want to be like, oh my god, you're going to be making literally so much money. But I do, again, like I see this as like being financially independent. I see this as having the finances that you need to live the life that you are comfortable living, okay? So, take that how you will. I'm definitely seeing this though as being at a place where you are mature enough to financially take care of yourself and financially have some freedom, okay? You're going to have options in your life around the time that you meet your future spouse. This is not surprising to me whatsoever because I obviously feel like most people, when they end up meeting their future spouse, they're dating multiple people. I know not everybody is comfortable with dating multiple people at a time. I know for me, like I'm single unless there is a title, unless we are official, unless we are public, unless your mom knows about me and you've been like, yes, this is my woman. I'm single, babe, okay? So this card is very much also saying that, like, you're going to be having options. Now, it could be options outside of dating, like it could be financial options, like having more financial options open up for you. It could be options in regards to, like, creative outlets that you are pursuing, and it could also be dating. So see that as you will. It could be any of the above, but there's multiple choices that you have or multiple paths that you can go down around the time that you are going to be meeting your future spouse. Now, we got some heavy stuff, guys, and it's fine. Like, don't worry or freak out, but we do have the 9 of Wands, and we have our friend the Tower. Now, these could be connected. What I'm saying, or what I mean by that is you could be picking an option, or you could have picked an option around the time that you meet your spouse. An option that led you to destruction, or an option or a choice that led you to having a very difficult time in life, okay? Now, this is not bad because obviously if you made a choice that led you down a road that felt very destructive, but ultimately you're meeting your spouse, I don't think that's a negative thing. And again, there is fate here with the Wheel of Fortune, so keep that in mind, you guys. But basically, the 9 of Wands talks basically about feeling like life is really gosh dang rough. It's like, look, his arm is broken. He's got a little bandage on his head. That sounds like a bad time to me. We're not having the greatest of times. Life feels rough. Life feels like this is unfair. It's thing after thing after thing. And it may be a mentality that is keeping you in that loop of like, things are just not working out no matter what I do. Or it could legitimately be like everything's just falling apart and you're like, are you serious right now? The Tower, though, is telling us that whatever is falling apart in your life or whatever you feel like is stressing you out or burdening you, it's going to be ripped away. And it may feel very traumatic. It may feel very rough. The Tower is not a negative card, you guys. The Tower is here to help you. The Tower is here to be like, look, babe, I understand that you are in love with that man, but that man is not in love with you. That man talks so much mess behind your back. He's cheating on you every Thursday and he's stealing from your bank account. Like literally, like that's what in the Tower's like, I'm taking him out. And you're gonna be like, no, I love him, I want to be with him. And then you find out later that this is something that happened and you're just like, wow, thank God he left me, or thank God we broke up. That is literally like what the Tower does. Or the Tower's like, oh, I often say like the Tower is the dentist. Like it's like taking out a rotten tooth. Like you want your tooth, obviously, like having a tooth would be nice, but if it's rotten, get it out. Like it's not supposed to be there anymore. So that is how you should see the Tower. The Tower is taking something out of your life that you may be attached to, that you may want in your life, but ultimately it's poisoning you. It's poisoning your life. So the Tower's coming in, it's like, it's time to clean house, time to clean up, and you're not doing it, so I'm gonna do it for you. At least we got the coin, though. At least we got some money. This could also, though, you guys, be representing making poor financial decisions that lead to us, like, having our financial situation taken away. And I have to just point that out because, again, like, the way this is lined up, that could also be the case. Again, like, being financially wealthy, making poor financial decisions, struggling because of that, and then being ripped away from perhaps the lifestyle that you're currently living. I'm not necessarily seeing it like that, you guys. I'm seeing it very much as like making a choice or having multiple options in front of us, and perhaps one of the options that we have in front of us leads to a point where we have to make massive change, okay? We have Capricorn here. It says, it's Saturn connected to Capricorn and Aquarius. It says, feels restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work, and patience. So, Saturn, very much like the Tower, is very difficult to deal with. It's not the nicest of planets. It's not a nice, soft, gentle energy that's going to kiss you on the forehead and tuck you in at night. That is not the energy of Saturn. Saturn is very much the energy of, I'm going to give you tough love because I want you to be better. I'm going to be brutal with you because I want you to be stronger. It's not kind, it's not nice, but it is really, really good for self-development, and it's really, really good for helping you be able to become stronger on your own so that you are more sturdy moving forward, okay? Saturn oftentimes represents restrictions and delays. So a lot of you watching this may feel delayed in meeting your spouse no matter how old you are. I know I've heard literally like 22-year-olds be like, oh my gosh, like I'm never gonna find anyone. And I'm like, sis, be so freaking for real right now. Like, you are 22, girl. Like, please, okay? I'm not trying to be rude, but like, come on. Anyways, the people who pick this pile, you guys may feel like you are never going to be meeting your spouse, or you may feel delayed in meeting your spouse. There may also be an energy of having to work through a lot of struggles in your life prior to meeting your spouse. This could even be like needing to face certain things about yourself, certain habits, certain, I don't want to say ugly things about yourself, but things that you may not be proud of. We all have things about ourselves that are freaking ugly, like we do. Personality traits, habits, mindsets, belief systems. Nobody here is perfect. So Saturn is coming in to tell us that there is some growing up that needs to take place around the time that you are meeting your spouse, or prior to the time in which you are meeting your spouse. I'm feeling like for most of you, this is prior. I don't see you meeting your spouse during this process. Honestly, if I'm being like so serious, it feels around the time of like late 20s, early 30s, like Saturn return energy. And if that's not the case and you're older than that, it feels very much like an energy of you have trauma or serious obstacles in your life that you have to face before you meet this person, okay? We've got mutable. This is surrender, fluidity, welcoming in change. Change isn't easy, guys, and I know so many people are uncomfortable with it. This is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces energy. This is asking you guys to be open to change, open to things coming or going as they please, not holding on to anything too tightly. When we hold on to something, you guys, when we are squeezing so tight because we don't want to lose something, we end up losing it anyways, and we're just hurting ourselves more by holding on to that thing. That goes for everything in life, you guys. That goes for friendships that are past their expiration date. When we hold on to those friendships that are past their expiration date, we're hurting ourselves more. When we hold on to careers or jobs that we know we should not be at anymore, we're hurting ourselves because we're holding ourselves back from finding a place of work that's going to be more in aligned with ourselves. Relationships, same gosh dang thing. This is asking you to be open to change. This is asking you to not hold on too tightly to anything in your life. Be detached, okay? Some of you need to work on your detachment skills, okay? And again, I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just saying when we hold on to something so tightly, it tends to bite us in the Uranus, okay? We have Saturn again. So, guys, Saturn is really showing up here. Saturn's really saying, babe, really pop. It's time to grow up. It's time to, or man up, or whatever, boss up, human up, you guys. That's neutral. So yeah, you guys, Saturn is coming in. It's time for you to just get super realistic. This is a sobering planet as well, you guys. So any delusions that you are feeding yourself, or any like things that you're avoiding, obstacles or serious like commitments that you are avoiding, or steps that you need to take in your life that you are avoiding, or like, oh, I'll do this later. Saturn's coming in. It's time, babe. It's time for you to get real sober because you are about to have a rude awakening, okay? This makes sense, you guys, also because Saturn is a very like grow the hell up planet. It makes sense when it comes to marriage, right? Because marriage is a commitment. Marriage is not a game, okay? It's not for the youngins. So it makes sense that you're gonna have to grow the hell up before you're meeting your future spouse. It's talking about structure as well. So perhaps there's a need to create more structure in your life. This is not bad, you guys. I want to make it super clear. I feel like Saturn, especially when it comes to like love situations, people oftentimes associate Saturn as like a negative thing. I think it's actually a really positive thing for Saturn to show up in a love reading, because yes, it's difficult and it's signifying obstacles and delays and things being really difficult. However, once you get over that hump, you are greatly rewarded. Once you get over that hump, you are better than you ever been. Okay? Nobody is going to love you more and kick your freaking butt more than Saturn. Like, Saturn is like that dad energy of like, I'm going to be brutal on you. I'm going to be so hard on you because I want you to go out into the world and be better. And personally for me, I don't want someone to be nice to me and be like, oh, it's okay. Like, don't do that because you're not helping me at all. I hate coddling personally. Anyways, we have Juno. This is partnership, you guys. Juno is an asteroid. For those of you who don't know, this is connected to soulmates. I believe this is connected when we're talking about like Greek mythology. Oh, what is Zeus's wife's name, you guys? I know you guys know. I know her name. I just cannot think of it. It's literally, I can see it like spelled out in my name and in my name, in my brain, and I just cannot, the words aren't wording. But this is Zeus's wife, I believe, or how this is represented, which she was the goddess of marriage, if you guys were unaware. So this is soulmates. And perhaps, you guys, that's why the struggle is here. Perhaps that's why the road to meeting your future spouse is long and difficult, because you're ultimately going to end up with your soulmate. I feel like that would make it worth it, right? I feel like when you go through something really difficult, or when you go through hell, especially when it comes to relationships, for you to ultimately end up with your soulmate, I feel like every single person on this planet would be like, of course I'll go through hell if it means I can ultimately end up with my soulmate. I want you guys to check where your Juno is in your chart. That may play a role in regards to when or how you will be meeting your soulmate, because now I feel like we're talking beyond your husband or your wife. We're talking about your soulmate at this point. Okay. Personal power. This is what Saturn does to you. Okay, Saturn makes you this freaking boss. Saturn literally is like human up. Okay, get it together. Personal power. You will feel empowered. You will feel stronger than ever. You will feel dangerous. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. This is the energy that you will have. Like, you will be this tiger when you meet your freaking husband. When you meet your wife, you will be this tiger. They will be looking at you like, oh, okay. Personal power. Developing personal power. Developing personal strength. That makes so much sense, you guys, with Saturn here. It literally does. And with the tower here, like, you can't go through tower moments and come out like a little kitten. Like, you're not going to be a kitten when you go through the tower. You're not going to be a kitten when you go through Saturnian energy, or when you're living in Saturnian energy. You're not going to come out a little kitten. You're going to come out like this freaking tiger. Okay. We have prosperity. See, you guys, at least our coin, I'm telling you, I feel very confident that the majority of people, some of you are definitely going to go through financial changes and financial, like, you got to, like, get that together, and that's the section of life where you got to grow up. But so many of you here, your coin will stay consistent. Your coin will be fine. So that's at least, like, positive. It says a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. So perhaps increasing your finances will be an indicator of you are in the time era in which you are meeting your soulmate, your husband, your wife. That's really exciting, you guys. And again, like, I know there's a lot of rough energy here, but the fact that, like, we have our money together, to me, at least there's that sense of security. And perhaps, again, like, the money is playing a big role in regards to when we're meeting our future husband or wife, because maybe we will have more freedom. Maybe we will have more ability to travel, or more ability to join in social groups or social circles in which we will be able to then meet them, right? We have goddess. Honor your divine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. Okay, so if you're a man watching this, or a masculine energy person watching this, then embrace your inner God, okay? Embrace your inner masculine energy. But this is literally just talking about confidence, you guys. Knowing your worth, loving yourself, pouring energy into yourself, making sure you are nourishing yourself, you guys. So many people on this planet do not value the experience that they are experiencing, or the human existence that they are existing in, or they're just themselves in general. And I feel like this is such an important key to being magnetic, is through genuinely loving and appreciating every part of yourself. And that's not to say that you don't improve. That's not to say that you are not like, I need to get better or I need to work harder. That's just to say that you are not going to put yourself down. You're not going to devalue yourself because you're aware that you're human and you need to continue to improve and learn. But this is just asking you to honor yourself. Honor the beauty and the strength and the wisdom that is within you. That's really just tied to confidence, you guys. Okay, we have ancient wisdom. Saturn is a very, like, it's connected very much to wisdom. And the reason why it's connected to wisdom, you guys, is because when we are put through difficult stuff, we are forced to learn. We are forced to grow. It's either that or sink, right? It's a sink or swim situation. So this is, again, giving me Saturnian energy of there will be significant challenges ahead. There will be significant challenges that you have to face when you are meeting your future spouse. However, I do think you're gaining so much wisdom from these challenges, and you are, again, going to be moving forward stronger and better than you were previously. Now, the last card we have here is Forge. And this, like, how many times does this freaking pile have to, like, show that we are going to be going through difficult things? Like, the hammer is hammering the nail, which is obviously, like, uncomfortable, but it's giving it, like, a purpose, right? We are forging our own way. We are creating our own way. We are almost, like, literally this hammer of, like, hitting our heads up against a freaking wall so that we can then, like, pave our own path. We have event. Hold on. It says take your time. Hold on. Let me just get what fell out over here. I don't think the camera picked up on it, but there was, like, it. Anyways. Oh my god, the early 20s showed up and 30s showed up. I think that's so funny. Okay. We have carefree. We have late 30s. We also have early 20s. So hello to everybody in their late 30s and early 20s. We have sincere. We have take your time. There's a lot of, like, patience here, you guys, which makes sense because, again, Saturn slows things down. Saturn creates delays. Languages. This could be indicating that you and your future spouse share a different first language, or that there may be different languages involved, either, again, with you or with them. We have event. Oh, it fell. It was event. Trust me or don't. But you could be meeting your future spouse at an event. It may be very out of the blue in which you two meet. And we have 30. 30, 30, dirty 30. That could be your birthday, their birthday, the day you guys meet on the 30th. A polished appearance. This makes sense for those of you, again, where you are really focusing on building your financial strength. And then, again, you may be in social circles in which people are more financially abundant. We have A and a freaking hair. Is it what you want? Question mark. I'm not trying to flip you off. I'm sorry. February. For some of you, you may have met this person in February. Is this going up in February? I'm unsure. We have childcare. Some of you may work in childcare or have a desire to work with children. Maybe this other person has a desire to work with children. Treat. Stunning. Physical beauty. Remember that you are beautiful inside and out. One more. Mature. Which is what? Saturn. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys at group number 2. Let me know down below if this resonated or if you're excited. I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I love you, and I hope to see you again very soon. All right, bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go and get started. If you're new here, the dice is just extra. It's dessert. If your sign doesn't pop up, it's okay. We have Pisces and Taurus. Hello, Pisces. Hello, Taurus. Cancer and Pisces. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Pisces. Pisces and Libra. Pisces, you're showing up so much here. Okay. So for those of you who are in university or in college, in whatever the frickalick you want to call it, this is a good sign. Or even if you're in like a trade school or something like that, this is a good sign, because this is representing studying and trying to perfect something. Obviously, you don't have to be in a traditional like school setting or educational situation setting to study or to learn or to try to perfect a skill. However, like that is traditionally like the route people go. So for those of you where you're choosing to go a different route, or where you're choosing to perhaps branch out and do some like self-teaching, like teaching yourself how to do something, that could also be representing when you are meeting your future spouse. Learning, education, and garnishing skill sets is going to play a role in the timeline in which you are meeting your future spouse. Okay, so if you have already done that, it's very possible you have already met your future spouse. Now, we have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, you guys, talks about being very satisfied with your life. Sitting down and being like, oh, okay, like this feels good. I feel satisfied with where I'm at. I feel good about where I'm at. And there is no... I'm not like, there's nothing in my life that I'm necessarily like super upset about, or I'm super like, oh, I really need to change this, or I really need to change that. It's like, I'm satisfied. Like, I feel good. Like, everything feels fine. It's not magnificent. It's not the sun, the moon, and the stars. But it's happiness. It's a relaxed satisfaction. And then we have transformation and change, moving, because this is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords represents literally physically moving, or massive change happening. I shouldn't say massive. A significant amount of change happening in your life, okay? Literally what it is, transformation. So, I see that perhaps as like graduating for those of you who are in university. Perhaps you are meeting this person around the time that you are graduating. It's also very possible that you guys are meeting this person around the time that you are moving. So for those of you who moved away from your like hometown or where you grew up to go to university or to go to college, you may be moving, graduating, and that may play in the role or in the timeline of in which you are meeting your future spouse. The Six of Swords could also just be representing change, right? So making a change, taking a step in a new direction. We have the Two of Wands. So I'm honestly seeing this, you guys, as this change that's happening was a planned change. It was something that you anticipated, okay? This is like stepping back and like looking at the blueprint of your life. And then we have the Two of Cups as well. So the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. If I'm being honest, you guys, I really feel like for most of you who picked this pile, like you're meeting this person at a point in your life where you're learning something new. You're garnishing a skill set. And again, that does not have to be traditional college or traditional school. You could literally be teaching yourself a new language, teaching yourself how to cook, teaching yourself about the freaking stock market. I don't know what you're teaching yourself, or if you're literally garnishing a new skill set or going to a traditional educational system, but whatever it is, that's really what I feel like is the timeline in which you're meeting your future spouse. And I feel like you and your future spouse are kind of planning your life together. Like, that's what I think this Two of Wands is actually representing. I think it's representing an energy of like, we are planning our future together. So, but I feel like the planning of the future is happening after this massive transformation and after this massive change. So it's like I'm learning, I'm garnishing a skill, I'm becoming better, I'm working out, or I'm cooking, or I'm freaking learning a language, or I've got my diploma, or whatever the heck it is. I feel very happy and satisfied, and we're like, woo, celebration. And then I'm moving away, or things are changing, or I'm going into the workforce. And then you meet this person and you guys like literally instantly plan your lives together. That's what it feels like, if I'm just being super honest. We have the 8th house of transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Yeah, transformation. The 8th house is very much transformative. It's also the house of like, isn't this connected to like stocks and investments as well? I feel like that is a thing. But regardless, you guys, the 8th house is talking about death. It's talking about transformation. It's like, things are changing. The 8th house is usually associated with like heavier energy, or like not the happiest, prettiest energy. The way I want you guys to look at this is the Six of Swords, okay? Like, things are changing. There is a death, and it's not a bad thing, you guys. Like, it's not a bad thing, especially if you're like graduating from some type of college or university. I mean, that's amazing, right? Like, that's freaking amazing. Obviously, I think every student or every person who goes through a program has this sense of like sadness, or this sense of like, oh my gosh, my life is about to change. But it doesn't feel negative, if I'm being honest with you guys. It feels like normal life stuff, like normal life changes happening. Yeah. Gemini, curiosity, intellect, networking. So you will be meeting your future spouse at a time where you're networking, where you are feeding your mind. This is intellect. This is communication. I see this as learning, you guys, if I'm just being mega honest. You are meeting your future spouse at a time in your life where you're learning something new. Also, the butterfly is on this card. Transformation. Transformation is change. So, there we go with that. That could also, you guys, because I do always associate, like, the air signs with communication and technology. So, like, I know nobody wants to hear this, but you may be meeting this person online, which 80% of marriages, at least in the US, I actually don't know if that percentage is correct for around the world, but 80% of marriages have started from online. So, for those of you who are like, I'm a Lamborghini, okay, good for you. I'm happy you're a part of that 20%, babes. We have Gemini again. Gemini again, babe. Okay. What is this? Cross-pollinating? You and your future spouse, you guys, may be in the same field of work. Or, like, in similar fields of work. I don't know why. I just feel like that may be a thing for some of you. But Gemini energy showing up yet again. We already talked about this. Communication, learning, curiosity, cross-pollinating. Neptune. This is vision, it says. Neptune is connected to, like, dreams and spirituality and things like that. I'm seeing this again, you guys. Like, this is such a simple reading, and I'm so sorry I'm giving it to you guys so plainly. But, like, I just don't know what else to say. Like, this is giving me the energy of a student who's in school, or who's going through a trade, or who has this, like, dream of, oh, I'm gonna learn how to speak this language, or I'm gonna learn how to make all these amazing dishes. Like, I'm learning, okay, and I have this dream to get to a particular goal. And, like, that's that. Like, that's what I feel like Neptune is talking about. Because it's connected to dreams. It's connected to spirituality. It's connected to things being a little bit mystified, a little foggy energy. But I'm feeling like it's more so trying to indicate that, like, your dreams are involved in regards to the time in which you're meeting your future spouse. You may actually have difficulty seeing the path forward when you meet your future spouse, or seeing, like, what's coming next. I know we have this Two of Wands, but again, this Two of Wands is coming up after the Six of Swords. So there's already, like, a massive change happening in your life prior to us sitting down and making a blueprint, okay? Sure. The next one you have here is the first house. Okay. So your self-image may be going through a massive, massive change around the time that you are meeting your future spouse, you guys. Your self-image and how does it you view yourself, or how does it you move about in the world, may be going through a massive change around the time that you meet your future spouse. I'm really seeing this energy as an energy of, like, how I perceive myself is just different. Like, I'm no longer the person that I once was. I really feel like that is very, like, so tied into just, like, I don't look the same. I don't feel the same about myself. The first house is all about your physical body, right? It's all about how it is that you present in the world. And I'm just really seeing this, you guys, as, like, again, going through some type of change. You're having a rediscovery of, like, who you are. We have patience. It says, pause before you take action. Trust the divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. So this is just saying, like, have fun with the babe. All right, your freaking husband, your freaking wife is coming. Like, have fun while you are waiting. Don't sit out on the porch like a lost puppy dog waiting for this person. Go have fun. Go run amok in the neighborhood, okay? You are young, and if you're not young, you are still young because you are alive, right? Everybody on this planet is young in comparison to everyone who's not on this planet. So, go have fun. Go live. The world is big. The world is beautiful. Go have a time, okay, you guys? Be patient, though. We have receive here as well, and it says, be open to receiving goodness. Believe that you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. Okay, our mind creates our reality. Believe that you're deserving of this love. Believe that you're worthy of this love. The more you believe that, the more you feel confident in that, the sooner you may be receiving this person, okay? I'm really feeling like for a lot of you, this person is connected to your career or your field of study. We have energy balance, okay? So you guys, You guys may feel very energetically balanced around the time in which you are meeting your future spouse. That's really what this Nine of Cups is. It's like, I'm not like, again, it's not the sun, the moon, and the stars, but it's balance, right? It's peace, it's harmony, it's feeling very like content. So that's exciting, I believe. We have unconditional love. We have a baby. So it's very possible that you guys may be having a child prior to meeting your future husband or your future wife. I know for all, not all of you listening, like that's not an option, and I totally get that. But for those of you where like you have recently had a child, it's very possible that you will be meeting your future spouse within this time frame of like finding harmony, finding balance, perhaps going back to school or taking on some type of trade ship. I'm also though seeing this, you guys, as invoking the energy of unconditional love. I talked about this, I believe, in one of the other piles of like being this unconditional love. Because what we are is what we attract, right? So if we want unconditional love, we have to be unconditional love. We have to project this to the universe, to the world. We have familiarity. So this person may be somebody who is very familiar to you. I'm feeling like for a lot of you watching this, it's very possible that this person is somebody that you like would recognize, or somebody from your past that you are familiar with. I'm not feeling like this is somebody who, like, out of all the groups, if I'm just being honest, this person feels like somebody you already know. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this Two of Cups is here. This familiarity is here. Like, this is really saying, like, be ready to receive. I feel like for most of you, you have already gone through university, or you're currently in university. So it feels like you're going to be meeting this person, okay? You guys, this person may feel very homey to you. Again, you may already know this person, so they may feel very familiar. We have Wolf here, and this is instinct. So if you feel like you have met your future spouse, it's most likely that you have met your future spouse, okay, you guys? Like, that is that. I don't know what else to say. Like, that feels very just like, this reading was very cut and dry. There's transformation taking place. There's moving or some type of change. There's education coming up for sure, following your dreams, being patient, okay? So again, like, being patient to me is also signifying in this context, perhaps you have met this person or you know of this person, but things have not yet turned romantic, or maybe things have turned romantic, but there's just not a ring on your finger. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the bowl, you guys, see if I can get any extra information for you. Short in height. Ooh, okay. We have starting over. This makes sense with the 8th house here and with the freaking 6 of Swords. We're moving. We're starting over. We have big feet. This could be you or them. Okay. Things need to change, which, yeah, things will be changing. We have explore. Okay, so maybe you guys will be exploring around the time that you meet this person. We have small nose. Okay, that could be you or them. Light brown. You or them. Hair, eyes, skin complexion. Short in height. Again, you or them. Confidence. Unusual. Right? Yes, unusual. Older. This person could be older than you. Keep it age appropriate. Third party. You guys could have been introduced to this person through a third party. Or if we want to look at like going to university or going to college as like the third party like event or outlet or location, like if we both didn't go to this school, then we would not be meeting. Or if we both didn't work in this job, we wouldn't be meeting. Or if we both didn't have this friend, we wouldn't be meeting, right? Eyes. Their eyes may stand out rather significantly. Group number 3's person. Calling and text. I told you guys, technology being involved here with the Gemini. Rich. This could be you or them. Brave. Bravery. Unexpected. So you may know this person, but it may be like you guys didn't date, or you guys weren't like flirtatious in the past, and perhaps things evolve later on. I guess the way that I would like describe that is, you know what, pop culture wise, like Courtney and Travis, right? Like, weren't they friends for like 10 years before they started dating? and then now they're married and like they didn't consider before previously getting together. It may be a situation like that where like you know of this person or you were around this person previously, perhaps when you were literally in like elementary school or middle school or high school, and maybe you are coming back or you're moving back home, or perhaps they're moving to the city that you're in, and you guys are like rekindling a friendship that may lead to something more romantic, okay? But I feel like for most of you, if I'm just being honest, it feels like you know of this person, okay? For some of you, you're dating this person right now and you're wondering like, are we gonna get married? I would say yeah, okay? Especially if like if you knew them previously and then you guys had like a time period where you weren't really talking and then you reconnected. Anyways, that is what I have for you guys. Group number 3. Let me know down below if this resonated. Thank you. I love you, and I'll talk to you very soon. All right. Bye. Howdy do, howdy day, howdy hello. Group 4. For some reason, I love this group. I don't know why. This group has energy, though. Like, you guys have an energy that I just... Okay. If you're new here, the dice is extra. It's dessert. If your sign doesn't pop up, it's okay. The part that should resonate is the card. So if the cards don't resonate, this ain't your reading, babe. This is not, like, you could just see you later, okay? But we have Aquarius and we have Aries. So hello Aquarius, hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio, and Libra. Hello Libra, hello Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Aquarius, and Libra. Again, I want to roll one more time. We have Aries. Hold on, guys. Okay, we literally just have Aries. It landed on Aries on the floor, too. So, I guess that's that. Oh, Capricorn. Which Capricorn's in the cards, Gemini's in the cards, and Aries is in the cards. So, I guess that's enough. First card that you guys got is the Devil. The Devil in... Okay. How I'm seeing this, you guys, in regards to... meeting your husband, meeting your wife, meeting your future person, I'm very much seeing this as an energy of perhaps overcoming addiction or overcoming some type of mental roadblock. The Devil's heavy energy, right? I personally really enjoy this card, but the Devil talks about being attached to something, being chained to something, literally. I mean, you can see he says, I got you. Like, you're chained up, you got a little rope around your neck, I got you. So, I oftentimes see this, you guys, as literally, like, addiction, like doing substances or consuming adult beverages or overindulging in corn or overindulging in physical pleasures. I see this perhaps as being addicted to or attached to toxic people. I see this as being in a toxic relationship with work, or a toxic relationship with your family, or a toxic relationship with friends. I see this as just being chained to toxicity, okay? That's what this is. It also does talk about lust, so there's that. We have burdens here as well, you guys. This is talking about having the weight of the world on your back. You're feeling like you're struggling. Like walking up a hill, and it's like there's 10 million pounds on my back. And each step I take, you're adding one more pound. That's what the 10 of Wands feels like. It's burden. So that's telling me the time in which you're meeting your husband or your wife, you're going through a lot of heavy stuff. You're going through a lot of responsibility and like feeling weighed down. I think this is so interesting, you guys, because we have the Lovers here. And I'm super convinced that I need a reading done on myself, because the Devil and the Lovers continues to pop up in these readings. And I don't feel like this ever used to be a thing where these two would show up together. But there was a reading I did literally like 2 days ago where this happened. There was a reading I did a week before where this happened. And this just keeps popping up. Like, and I don't know why. And at this point, I'm starting to think it's me. Like, I'm starting to think I am causing this. So I'm sorry. But the Lovers is talking about two soulmates coming together. It's also talking about potentially needing to take a path that is better for you, needing to look up to a higher power, choose your higher self, and walk down a path that is in better alignment with yourself, versus choosing something or somebody that may feel like, oh, but I love this person. You know how I see this sometimes, right? If it's not two lovers coming together, which obviously we're talking about how you're coming together with your husband or your wife, or like what's happening right before you meet them, I'm seeing this very much as an energy of choosing you. Like, I'm in a relationship with somebody and maybe I really enjoy them, maybe I really care about them, maybe I love this person, but at the end of the day, I know they're not my person. I know we're not going to progress further in this relationship, and I can stay and be comfortable, or I can choose to get up and to move and to do something that's better for me, right? That's literally how I'm seeing this. So sorry, guys. This could also just literally be representing like you and your person coming together, right? Now we have the Queen of Swords and we have the Emperor. Both these energies are like bossing up energies. The Queen of Swords is very much a queen who is not going to put up with anybody's stuff, okay? The Queen of Swords is not afraid of being alone. So going back to what I was saying about this Lovers card here, even though the Lovers is a positive card, it's a positive energy, yes. But because the Devil is here and because the Ten of Wands is here, I'm seeing this as you guys getting out of a really freaking toxic relationship and needing to become not only this Queen of Wands, but this Emperor. It's gonna suck to cut that person off, you guys. And I know not all of you, because this is not for all of you, right? Some of you watching this are not in a relationship right now, or there's not like a toxic relationship coming up. But there are people here who are in a toxic relationship right now, or you're in a relationship where you know this person is not going to marry you, you know this person is not your person, and you're staying with them because you're comfortable, or you're staying with them because you guys love each other, but you guys may not be compatible morally, or you guys may not be compatible in regards to where you want your future to be, or maybe this person is not showing you the love and affection that you want. And I'm seeing this as acknowledging, yes, I love you, but at the end of the day, this is my life and I absolutely have to choose me above you, because if I don't, I'm going to regret it and I'm going to be angry at myself. Choosing to cut off this person is not going to be easy, but I do feel like ultimately you guys are going to choose to cut this person off. Now, this could not be representing a person that we're cutting off. We could be cutting off perhaps a career that's mega draining. Perhaps we're cutting off a habit, or again, an addiction that's super draining. Maybe a mindset, maybe a pattern. Maybe we are deciding to literally cut a pattern and say, you know what? I'm done dating men or women or people who do A, B, and C. I'm done dating people who are treating me less than. I'm freaking done. I'm putting my foot down, and I don't care if I come off as a witch, okay? Because that's who the Queen of Swords is. Like, she's not afraid of people perceiving her as a little witch, okay? And I'm not saying witch like literally like Avada Kedavra. I'm talking about like the B word, okay? YouTube, you can't cuss. Anyways, the Emperor is talking about bossing up. I am the leader. I'm the captain of this ship now. That is who the Emperor is, you guys. He is very much in control of like his financial future. He is very much wise and strong and dependable, and people look to him for help, okay? So I see this not only as you deciding, I'm cutting off all this toxicity, this person who's draining me, this energy, this job, this whatever that's draining me, I'm cutting it off, and I'm deciding to step up for myself. I'm deciding to become more powerful. I'm deciding that I need to have control of my financial future, of my destiny. That's how I'm seeing this, you guys, if I'm just being mega honest with you. Now, if we want to look at this in a more broad way, because I could also see it like this, we could see it as the Queen of Swords and the Emperor coming together. So somebody who is very much like, I'm not here to put up with any nonsense, and somebody who is a very strong leader coming together and joining in union. We can also see it like that. So perhaps if you are this Queen of Swords, or if you are this Emperor, it's very possible that whatever energy you're representing, this other energy is coming in to help you, relieve you of these burdens, and perhaps to even cut off the burdens or the toxicity, or to help you cut off the burdens and the toxicity. We have the 12th house. This is spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. This is the subconscious, you guys. This is the end of the houses. So there's a lot of finality that comes with this house. We got to overcome our subconscious roadblocks, you guys. We have to overcome the cycles that we are perpetuating. And sometimes it's not nice and it's not easy to look at our life and to say, oh, like I'm continuously, I'm perpetually ending up with men or with women or with people who act like A, B, and C. I'm perpetually ending up in career fields or in job situations where they don't value me. maybe I'm the issue. And I'm not trying to victim blame. I know me saying this sounds like really controversial for some of you, but at the end of the day, if we find ourselves in a pattern, if we find ourselves in a loop, you got to look in the mirror, babe. All right. And I'm not trying to victim blame. I'm not trying to, but patterns, right, are patterns. And if we're changing the outside circumstances or the outside elements and it's still happening, it's time to look at yourself no matter what the situation is. You got to look at you if you find yourself in patterns. Because again, you can change the outside. You can change the people you're dealing with. You can change the environment. You can change perhaps even the circumstances. And if the same pattern keeps happening, you got to change you at that point. Because like that is where the issue is lying. So this is dealing with a lot of subconscious habits or a lot of subconscious patterns that need to be broken, perhaps. This may also be talking about going through something karmic in your life around the time in which you are meeting your future spouse. We have opposition. This is imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Going through a power struggle in your life around the time that you are meeting your spouse. I'm going to be so honest. I feel like, and I'm not saying that cheating is okay ever, ever, ever. And I'm not saying anyone here is cheating. But I'm saying if you are watching this and you're in a relationship and in this relationship, you know this person is not your person and they treat you like however it is they treat you that you don't appreciate, I don't want you to feel bad for the person that you have to become in order to get out of that situation. I am so tired of hearing people be the moral police and walk around being like, oh, well, if you're in this type of relationship, you should just leave, or you should do this, or you should do that. You're not the moral police. You have no perception of people's circumstances, right? So please listen to me, babe. If you are in a bad relationship, you are not at fault for the person that you have to become to get out of that situation, or the person you have to become to be able to endure that situation, okay? Nobody has any right to judge you for that. And I really feel the need to say that because I feel like for a lot of you, when you meet your future spouse, you're going to be in a position of needing to be very hard or very mentally and emotionally like stern. And I also feel like some of you may be called or may be put on a path where you are doing certain things that the rest of society may look down upon. And I don't want you to look down upon yourself. And I don't want you to think that I'm looking down on you, because 100% life is too complex for like black and white scenarios. Life is too complex to be like, oh, just freaking do this, or just, I don't know. Sometimes you have to become the villain in order to save yourself. And like, it is what it is. I don't know why I'm getting so frustrated or like upset for you guys. I just feel like for some of you watching this, like, it feels like there's judgment that some of you are placing on yourself. And I just really need you to not do that. Because again, like I just said, sometimes you have to become the villain in order to save yourself. And it is what it freaking is, okay? We have the 7th house of relationships. So I really do feel like for some of you, you may be in a relationship or freshly out of a relationship that was really toxic when you are meeting your future spouse. And again, I don't want you to feel bad for the timeline of that. If you are, and again, I'm not condoning cheating. I'm really, really not. I don't want any of you to think that I think cheating is like an okay thing to do. But who are we to judge people's circumstances? Who am I to judge your circumstances? I don't know your life. I don't know your person. Nobody has the right to judge you. With this, I feel like for a lot of you, you may be very freshly out of a very toxic relationship, and the people around you may be like, how dare you just move on and like fall in love with this person after you were with whoever for A, B, and C long. Again, that's nobody's business. Like, only you know the in-depth details of your personal relationship. So if you are getting into a relationship very soon after a previous relationship ended, it honestly does not matter what people say or what people think. Like, you need to live your life for you, and nobody, like, life is too complex. Humans are too complex to sit there and make generalizations that apply for some but not for all, right? Like, I don't know. There's definitely like complexity here in our personal relationships around the time that we are meeting our future spouse. And I feel like that's why I'm getting frustrated, because I feel like there's, again, it's either you're judging yourself or you feel judged by other people. And it's really bothering me, because I just feel like We all make decisions. We all make the best decisions that we can based on our circumstances. And sometimes we have to make decisions that aren't necessarily like the prettiest on paper. And I don't think anyone should be judged for that. We have Mars. So taking action, deciding to step up. This is also aggression. This is war. This is exactly what I was talking about, you guys, with these two energies, okay? The Emperor and the Queen of Swords coming together, I feel like represent this very, very nicely. I'm taking charge, I am taking action, and I'm going to become brutal. It is what it is. Again, I know I've said this throughout this reading now, but sometimes you have to be the villain in order to save yourself. Sometimes you have to become brutal. Sometimes you have to be mean. Like, sometimes you literally just have to be heartless and step up to take control of your life or to get yourself out of negative situations. And to anybody who's listening to this and this is not resonating, this is not your reading, okay? This is for very specific people. And yeah, so love you the most, but like, toodaloo. Everybody else, like, honestly, I want you to not feel bad about needing to invoke this energy of Mars, to invoke this energy of strength in the warrior spirit, right? If you feel like you have to go to war or you have to become more brutal than you usually are in order to better your situation, then that is what you have to do. This is obviously playing a role in how it is that you're meeting your future spouse, okay? I also feel like you will be fighting for this person, and maybe not fighting for this person in the way where it's like you are pursuing them relentlessly, but I feel like you may be making certain sacrifices or making strategic moves in order to ultimately end up with this person. Freedom. Live wild and free, choose your dreams, claim your independence. This is why I think most of you are going to be getting out of a very toxic relationship when you meet your future spouse. And maybe you have not even entered that relationship yet. For some of you, you're young and you're like, I'm single, I'm like living life. There could be a relationship coming up in your life or sometime down the road where you end up with somebody who makes you feel like you are stuck or who makes you feel stressed out and weighed down, and you will have to reclaim your freedom from that person. This freedom card is really just telling me that when you meet your future spouse, you will be on this like beautiful ride of freedom. You will be reclaiming your freedom. You will be fighting for your freedom. Okay, group 4. I'm so happy I did this pile today because I wasn't going to do a pile 4. I was like, I'm kind of tired. Like, I don't really want to do it. And then something in the back of my head was like, no, you need to. Like, you got to do pile 4. I was like, okay, I'll do pile 4. And I'm happy that I did. But this next card says expansion. It says spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. I'm so freaking happy for you guys, group 4. Like, not just because like you're meeting your husband or your wife at this time, but like, I'm happy that you are no longer in this situation. And again, like, I don't want to paint the devil as like a horrible card or a horrible energy, because it's not. But in this particular circumstances, this is energy that I freaking hate. It's very heavy. It's yucky to me. It feels murky. It feels swampy. It just feels disgusting. And I'm so happy that you guys are reclaiming your freedom from that. I want to say like I'm proud of you guys, because I feel like this takes so much work and so much energy for you to get here. And if you are not here yet, please keep going, and please know that as long as you keep fighting for your freedom, as long as you keep fighting for your expansion, you will eventually get there, okay? Truth. Taking off the mask. Okay? Especially for those of you who have been in a long-term relationship where you feel like you've had to put on a mask to make your partner happy. It's time to take that mask off. It's time to reveal your true self. You may have even been wearing a mask to yourself. You may have been lying to yourself to make yourself feel more comfortable in the circumstances that you find yourself in. And it's time to take the mask off. It's time to reveal who it is that you are. It's time to be very honest with yourself. I feel like above anybody else, you need to be honest with yourself of what you want and where you want to go. That is a major part of reclaiming your freedom, you guys, okay? We have exploration the ship. Okay. So going and exploring new places, new horizons. This doesn't have to be physically. It could be energetically, you guys. But I do feel like there's this deep need to cleanse your life of either the energy that's currently there or the energy that is going to be placed there through that devil, through the burdens. This could also be physically moving, you guys, okay? For a lot of you, though, like this freedom that's happening, this freedom that is like taking place in your life is going to be the exploration. Like it's going to be the like new beginning within itself. The way I want to cry, we have the chain, and this is attachments. And group 4, I just want you guys to know that like you're gonna get free, okay? Like for those of you who feel bound up or who feel stuck right now, or where you feel like, how am I possibly going to get out of this situation? Like, I just want you guys to know that there is hope, and you guys are strong enough to get out of this situation. And if you're not yet in this situation, you will be strong enough to get out of it. Like, this literally just breaks my heart so much. Like, the idea of being chained to something that you know is, like, not meant for you, it just, like, breaks my freaking heart. So I just want you guys to know that, like, things are going to be okay. You are going to reclaim your freedom. And not only are you, I know this is a love reading, you guys, but I feel like this is so much more than a love reading. Like, it feels like you guys are like finding yourself again. It feels like you guys are returning to yourself again, and it just makes me really freaking happy. And I'm sorry I'm getting emotional, you guys. I changed my birth control, so I'm a little extra sensitive, but I'm just genuinely like so happy for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the bowl. Okay. We have pause. Okay, pause. So there may be a pause in this journey. Enchanting, travel far. You guys could be traveling across your country or traveling to a different country. Bushy brows, let loose, reliable. You are going to become reliable on yourself. Like, you're going to be able to rely on yourself. What is this? Curly. We have July. This could be your birthday, their birthday, the month you guys meet. Perhaps a significant break in this relationship. Like development, like finally gaining your freedom in July, or finally being able to fully pursue this relationship in July. We have practical. Imaginative. 21 or the 21st may be significant, you guys. Either a birthday, it could be a significant date in regards to this devil, or in regards to your freedom, or in regards to coming together with your husband or your wife. We have bright eyes. You know what okay. I'm sorry, guys. The bright eyes is coming up, and I feel very, like, called to tell some of you, there's someone here who has, like, really dark, like, sunken in eyes. Like, eyes that feel very, like, non-emotional. And then there's someone here who has, like, these very, like, warm, loving eyes. And when I feel like when they look at you, like, you can tell that this person loves you, versus this other person who, like, they can be like, I love you, but they don't look there in the eyes when they say that. Moving on. January. January could have been a significant month, you guys. Again, either with this devil card, with your freedom, or with this person that you are ultimately going to marry. So, thank you guys so freaking much for allowing me to read for you today. Readings like this, I feel like, are the reason why I continue to do this, because, like, I don't know, I just felt this very deeply in my soul, and I'm just really happy that I was able to deliver this message to whoever needed it. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to do so. I love you, and I wish you all the best on your journey. Seriously, I really, really do. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you again. I love you, and goodbye.